Although we are men and women in such different situations, our hearts need the same things. And it's interesting, it seems that time helps us understand what we need. When we are very young, we have a very shallow perception of life. Generally, we tend to put all our efforts into achieving what has a price. Yeah, because if we could, we would buy everything. Isn't that true? And there's no problem working honestly and earning what has a price. But there will come a moment in your life, and the passage of time itself does this to us, when you will understand that what has a price is only good if there is someone by your side to share it with. Then you understand the big difference between what has a price and what has value. You can buy company, it's easy to buy. You just need to have money, finance a party, finance joys, and then you will be surrounded by people. But don't be fooled. You can buy company, but you can't buy a friend. Because friendship is not brought to us by money. Friendship is a conquest. Then you will understand that what has a price, you work to have. What you have, what has value, you need to cultivate. Otherwise, you will never have it. The greatest wealth you can have in life is not in the bank. It's not the house you built. It's not the car you have. The greatest wealth you have is the loves you love. That's what enriches us. When you look to the side and you see that you have won people over, that you have won loyalties, that you have won people who are capable of giving their lives for you. That's value, my people. That's what makes us rich. It's not money that makes us rich. What makes us rich are the loves we love. That's why nothing is more precious than having a family. You understand the meaning of value. How much does your child cost? Priceless. You can even say how much your car costs, how much your bike costs, how much your house costs, but you will never be able to say how much your child costs, because there's no money in the world that can pay for it. A distant cousin might even sell, right? We might even sell if we get a good amount of money, right? A distant, annoying, pestering cousin. But when there is love, no, priceless. Then you understand the true meaning of life, which is to build these bonds that make us eternal. I wish you have someone to love. And when you're really tired, there is still love to start over. To start over. To start over. That's right. Nothing can be more precious than someone who represents in your life a bit of God's love in your story. The people who educate us the most are those who love us in a way similar to how God loves us. Did you know how God's love manifests in your life? Through another love. Because everything God does in us is through a language we understand. We are men and women. It's with the language of men and women that God acts in our lives. He doesn't create a different language, no. He will speak in a way you understand. Because his desire is for you to know him more and more. And the most beautiful thing, where is God? Inside me? Inside you? That's why it's not possible to know God without knowing yourself. They're not two separate paths, one that leads you to God and another that leads you to yourself. It's the same path. The more you know yourself, the more you get to know the God who dwells in your heart. And God manifests himself like that. How does he love me? Through the love of those who love me, through the healthy bonds I can have. The first love we receive in life is the love of our parents. And there was God's love in you, for you. And then, the first source of love is the father and mother, and the people around us. Depending on how it is done, if it is well done, it will leave a reserve in you. You know, like how we need a cistern, an artesian well for us to have a reserve of water. You know what the name of the well, the reserve we need to have is? Self-love. Self-love. It's a very effective way God has of loving you. You know when? When you have self-love. Because if you have self-love, the devil doesn't have much chance in your life. The devil thrives on the lives of those who don't love themselves. Observe. The moments when you allowed bad things to happen to you the most were when you stopped loving yourself, when you stopped respecting yourself. Because that's very natural. If I don't love and respect myself, you won't want to love and respect me either. Sometimes our relationships, we hurt ourselves so much because of this. They're two people who don't love each other trying to love? No. And sometimes we think, oh, you're going to bring me the love I need. No. The love I need, I already have. It's the reserve I've been creating throughout my life. I don't depend on anyone's love to be happy. Of course, when the love of the other comes, it complements the love I have for myself. But I can't wait for you to come and give me what I need to offer myself. That's why it's so difficult to love a person who doesn't love themselves. You know that. It's a lot of work. You can give your best. They'll think it's not enough. A person who doesn't love themselves is always expecting us to do for them what they should. We continue tomorrow in the next video. Complete conference links in the description.